Hey everybody, welcome to the Watch Ho Show. This is Todd, I'm Rod, and we are the hoes of horology. Today we're going to talk about micro brands. Todd, I was looking at my watch collection the other day and I realized that I have over 22 brands.
Wow.
Do you have any idea how many brands, different brands
I
you
have no idea I have.
Okay, for the viewing audience, I am sure they want to know how many brands you have out of your...
I'll have to make a count and we can talk about that next time.
Has your watch collection increased since the last show?
It has. I've added a few, nothing expensive. I got a couple Invicta watches. I have a, don't know how to explain it. Invicta's pretty large, but I found one that had some beautiful orange accents. I think I may have sent you a picture of it.
You did not. I'm excited to see that.
Okay. I maybe should have had that with me today for this show, but maybe we can show that next time. And, but yeah, just a couple Invicta watches.
So my collection hovered at 60 watches for quite a while. I believe, I don't know exactly, but I have picked up a few. My wife was out of town for a week and I kind of went on a buying binge.
Well, yeah.
You know, the wife's gone, got a lot of free time. And she doesn't watch the show, so she'll never know that I went on a buying binge. That's a beautiful thing as well. So I picked up about 7 or 8 watches. So I think I'm at between 70 and 75 watches. But during that time, I kind of did some looking at about micro brands. And a micro brand watches, we're going to show a few today, talk about that. But first, let's do a watch check.
Let's do it.
All right.
What do you got?
I am wearing one of my favorite brands, and I say that about every brand I have, but this is a brand that I buy quite a bit. It's a Swiss-made watch. It is a very well-made watch. It's been around forever. It's called a Wenger in America, Wenger probably everywhere else. But just a beautiful, and you'll see some close-ups of it, beautiful white dial, and it's got these lime green highlights, and it's a chrono, so with the date. I just happened to get this online. I'm trying to remember what I paid for it. It was very little, less than $60, brand new. Somebody bought it and didn't like it, but it was all brand new, tags, box, the whole 9 yards. Love the Wenger watch. So
yeah,
it's a beautiful watch.
Beautiful watch
for the price again.
Yep.
Beautiful watch.
Love the strap color.
Yeah, very nice, very nice. What do you got?
Well, I have a Citizen. This is a Citizen satellite wave. So
there's probably like 3 of those in the world.
No.
That looks like a very. I've never even seen that.
It comes on with a rubber strap. I have it on a leather strap with white stitching.
Very nice.
I was able to change and still use the Citizen buckle. Does have a sapphire crystal, and the difference, if you're familiar with the watches that work off of a radio sync, this works off of a satellite sync. So, in theory, I haven't tested it, but you can go anywhere in the world and a satellite will pick this up and you'll always have the correct time.
Get out.
So
that is way cool. Citizen makes good watches.
Citizen makes good watches. Yes, they do.
So micro brands. The best way to explain this, if you don't know what a micro brand for watches are or considered, it's kind of like when you're traveling across country here in the Americas and you go to a new state you've never been and you pull out your phone and you look for a local restaurant that you can only eat there while you're in town. Good news, great food, one-of-a-kind restaurant. Bad news, you'll never eat there again unless you go back to that town. Micro brands are that kind of a company where they're making lower volume, usually in-house. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they'll farm the watchmaking out. But some of them that we're going to talk about actually do everything in-house as well. And it's just an opportunity to kind of buy from the small town watchmaker instead of the big time watchmaker.
Right.
Now, the theory that I like about the micro brand for several things is, one of the theories is, since they're not sponsoring the NFL and the NBA and all those, all the things that the big watch brands do, you can get a good quality product for very little money, and that's kind of what I look for is a watch I like and a watch that doesn't cost a ton of money.
I'm anxious to see them.
So let's see them.
Let's see what you have.
Let's start off with the Triwa, and I'm just going to give this to Todd, see what he thinks, and then I will share some of the details about the Triwa brand. But that's the first micro brand. That's from Sweden, Stockholm, Sweden, actually.
So I am just going to give a first impression on this. First of all, you can tell that the strap is done very nicely. The stitching is nice. The buckle is adequate. I like that. The watch is a little bit light, but it's very attractive. It has the white with the black subdials with red accent hands. And it is a full working chronograph, so that's nice, as well as a date display at the 4 o'clock position. So overall, I like the watch. It's a little bit on the small side for me, but
I think it's 38, 37 millimeters, somewhere around.
Okay, 38, 37. Does have a screw down back. So I don't know what you paid for this, Rob, but I would say for the money, you probably got a really good deal on this.
So what attracted me to this brand is, again, it's the micro brand. A few buddies in Switzerland, Sweden, were out doing whatever they do and decided to start a watch company because I like watches. Be like you and me, starting a watch company.
Hey, let's do it.
So they yeah, we should. So they started creating watches and doing their regular job at the same time, and it just got bigger and bigger and bigger until they had a chance to stop doing the regular job and do watches for a living. I was on their website today, and they have a sale going on as well. So I can't remember what I paid for this, but shipping's free, even though they're made in Sweden. The shipping is free to the U.S., actually anywhere in the world. And their price ranges, if you catch some things on sale, to getting their very latest products, are going to range from $60 to maxing out at about $500 for a brand new watch they just came out with. It's an automatic. Most of their watches are quartz, and
I was going to say, I think they do make some automatics. I think I've seen this brand and I've looked at a few.
And so they design them, and then they actually send these out to be made. Really cool, simplistic dials, and a lot of dial colors. If you're into a lot of different colors, they have tons of colors to choose from. Different styles of watches, his and hers, and they get in sunglasses and extra bands and all types of stuff. Cool company, and I think really make a nice looking watch. So Triwa, put that on your list.
Like it.
All right, the next one, take a peek at that. This is called the Jack Mason, and I'll let Todd take a peek at that. He's not seen these watches, so give me an idea what you think, and I'll tell you a little bit about it. Isn't that a cool watch?
This is a really cool watch. Again, I love the strap.
That strap can last for ever. I mean, that is one hefty strap.
Yeah, that's a hefty strap. It's pretty thick. It may be a little on the thick side for this size of watch, but once you're wearing it, I don't think that will be a factor. I like the size of this. This is probably closer to a 40 millimeter, 39 to 40.
That one is actually 42.
42, maybe with the black face, makes it look a little bit smaller, but I do like the size of this. I love the crown here, the way that they designed that, and they put a little, looks like their logo on the side there. These are aviation inspired, so it definitely has that aviation look to it, and it has a little actual aviation information or engraving on the back there. So I doubt you can see that, but
we'll show one up close.
But I love it.
Cool watch.
The dial's simplistic, but very clean and easy to read. I like that.
So just a little bit of background on Jack Mason. Again, 3 guys. Jack Mason started in 2015. 2 founders and kind of a designer. and out of Texas. So this is American made, and they buy some parts, but other than that, they create them in Texas. And they hopped in their truck in a travel trailer and kind of just drove around the country and showing people their watches, and that's how they got started. So this particular one pays a little homage to Texas with the Texas colors. It's very hard to see, but you'll see it on close-up. Red, white, and blue on the second hand. And like Todd said, this is from their flight or pilot look and feel, which is why they added the plane on the back, which I think is way cool with the design of the back. This particular watch can be bought today on their website for $195. That is also a sapphire crystal and a stainless steel casing as well. I happened to buy this one online. Somebody that had it brand new again in a box didn't like it, and I paid $95 shipped. So to me, 95 bucks for a micro brand watch, this well made, and I love the look of it.
Yeah, it's so classic.
Had to have it.
So classic on the look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the Jack Mason. I think for the money, and they make a lot of different types of watches as well. It's, as a micro brand, it's definitely worth looking at. All right, the next one, Todd, there you go.
Now, I can tell you, I really love the look of this one. This one has a little bit more going on with the telemeter on there, but I do like the kind of cream or white face with the gold accented hour markers, numbers, and hands. And then, of course, the date at the 4 o'clock position. And again, this is a working chronograph. And let's see how that feels. And yeah, very nice. I like this. And
it's got a dome crown, which is a little different.
It's got a dome crystal on the top. I don't think it's, I think it's probably a mineral crystal. I don't think it's a sapphire.
I'm guessing mineral as well.
And the strap is beautiful. So, genuine leather cowhide strap. Looks great.
So the brand William L. 1985. I know it sounds kind of like an odd brand, but it's a gentleman that was in the watch business, in the Swiss watch business for quite a while, working on watches and things. And he got a watch like this from his
Was
great
he born
uncle.
in 1985?
He was.
He was?
Yes.
So I'm going to take it he's probably not around.
No. He's 1985. He's still around. That's
Oh, 1980.
Not
I thought you said
1885.
1885.
1985. So yes.
1985. Okay.
Now, his name's not William L. I can't remember the story there, and I couldn't pronounce his name. It's on his website. But
This is a fairly new brand.
it's a fairly new brand. William L. has been around since 2015 as well. They got their start on Kickstarter, actually. And their gimmick was the owner wanted to recreate this chrono that had been that his great uncle had, that was passed down in the family.
I was going to
it's
say
just
this
kind of
has a real vintage look to
really
it.
vintage, and that's what he was going for. And it's Chinese parts, Chinese movement. Actually, the movement is a Miyota or a Seiko movement is what he uses inside the watch. But he was going for a good value in a kind of a vintage classic look. And I've got it in a different, you can look at this too, a different style. It's kind of pretty much the same watch, but obviously a black case and a mesh band, and so you can kind of see that as well.
Yeah, I have a couple of black watches in my collection.
Mm-hmm.
I do like them. I don't wear them as often. I think in terms of this cream color, this is a much easier face to read than this.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
But it's still beautiful to look at. And I imagine this has the same movement.
It does.
As this one.
Yep.
It appears to be the same watch, just with the black
That's
plate.
exactly what it is. You can get these William L. watches on your favorite watch website all day long from $50 to $90. And so I think it's a good value. I bought this one online, again, brand new. Somebody didn't want it for $32 delivered. No, this one was $32 delivered. I can't remember what I paid for this one. I bought this one first a while ago, and I liked it so much I bought the black
Have you had one of these bands before like this?
This is my first mesh band, my first black watch.
Okay.
Or black mesh.
And you found that these are pretty easy to adjust?
Yes, they are. Yeah, I don't know if I did it right, but yeah, they're very easy to adjust.
Yeah, they are. So.
And they're comfortable.
They are very comfortable, and they breathe. So if you live in a hot climate or a humid climate, these are nice to have.
So micro brands. This is just 3 of them that I happen to have in my collection. Again, all these I own, and if you really want to find a unique watch that is well made and doesn't cost a lot of money, I would suggest looking at the many micro brands that are out there. Probably more than 100 micro brands out there. I started creating a list from being on the forum that I'm on, the Watch You Seek forum, and my goodness, there's a ton to choose from in every price point. And it's just fun to me to try different brands and see how the watches are and not pay a lot of money.
Which one's your favorite out of these here?
You know, out of this group here, because I like aviation, I really like the Jack Mason. I like that it's made in Texas. Not that I'm a big fan of Texas, but and I like the backstory of the 3 guys going out and knocking on doors and doing their watch company. And it's a beautiful watch. Like you say, the band is very well made, and it's just a nice style that I'm attracted to.
Out of all of these, if I just had to number them real quick, I'd probably go 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, that would make sense.
But that's just my opinion.
But micro brands, and you don't have any micro brands?
I don't think I do.
Okay.
I will have to go and look at my collection.
You should.
And see.
And get back with us. I think it's fun to have in your collection. And I will have websites on our below, so you can look at these. Again, Triva's got a sale going on right now. A lot of cool watches to get. Jack Mason around $195, and these you can get not directly from their website because they're foreign. It's got foreign numbers on there. I wouldn't even tell you what they're selling them for. But if you go to your favorite watch website, they'll probably sell those for you. And again, between 40 and 80 bucks probably. So anyways, micro brands, check them out and add them to your collection. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.